Alright, what's up? This is a short little review of my new mouse, HSK Pro 4K from G-Wolves. It's this one, if you don't fucking know. These are just two old mice I used to have, or I used to use. I had to complete the gay pink trifecta. Yeah. This is glorious. It's a piece of trash. This is like a Zowie. So it's like, you know what you get? It's like a brick, but it's pretty good. I don't know. And then this is my old main that I used before I switched over to HSK. But yeah, the main reason I had to switch is because I'm just coping hard with how bad I am at video games. And yeah, I also have small hands. So like my last resort, my last cope is that I couldn't find a mouse that was like small enough for my hand size, because I have like pretty decently small sized hands. So yeah, I don't know. This was like my last resort. So yeah, I was actually looking into seeing like what's the smallest mouse I can get, and I saw like the previous like HSK and stuff like that from G-Wolves, but I got lucky because soon after I started looking into it, I saw that they were coming out with this as their pre-order. So yeah, I copped it. And when did I get it? Okay, so I've had the mouse for about 11 days now. I've been using it pretty much every day. I think there was like a couple of days where I didn't use it because they were talking about the battery thing, where with the pre-order ones, the stock battery was gonna fucking explode. So I stopped using it until they said that the small one was okay, and then I switched it out for the small battery. So yeah, in terms of shape and stuff, I mean, it's supposed to be like a fingertip like mouse purely, but I can pretty much like claw it. Like, I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I can do like a pretty decent claw on it, and I don't know. I really need to like just get better at aiming. I'm just bad at video games, so I haven't really been able to fingertip it. I've kind of been figuring out like kind of like a claw kind of grip. So yeah, get this piece of shit out of the way. So yeah, it's honestly the best mouse I've ever used, purely because of like the size and shape, and for the near to distant future, I can see it being like my end game until, I mean, I don't know what they could come out with that would rival this, but it'd probably take a minute. I've been maining the Zero X Soft, and I found that using like my Hien Soft, or just using like a faster pad in general, has like helped me like aim better with it. Yeah, the Zero just has like too much like fucking friction and shit, and it sinks in like a little too much. It was especially a problem like on my Starlight Small. There were a few things that I wanted to mention, like with the small battery, it took like 10-ish minutes to charge, like give or take, like on the first like few charges I tried. Yeah, so it charged really fast, and I think I timed it like a couple times, and the battery lasted around like 8 to 8.5 hours. So I'd say that's pretty good, like especially for the weight, and for the fact that like, like you can use it for a nice like degenerate 8-hour straight session, then you can leave, grab a snack, take a shit, and you come back and it's done charging. So I don't mind the battery life on it. I did order like since it got recalled, I did order like a new pink one. So yeah, it's gonna be better than this one, hopefully. I did have to switch out, for the smaller battery or whatever. That was a bit annoying because like they have these like side clips, and people were saying that you can kind of just like push with like a needle or something to help kind of like get it open, and like you don't necessarily have to do that. You can just wedge like a little something like in it and to take it out. But yeah, that was like a little annoying. There was no like replacement tape or anything for like the backup battery. And when I replaced it, like the foam and stuff that was on the original battery was kind of just came apart, so there was kind of no point in using it. So I put it back together, and it started to like rattle, so it was like annoying me. So I grabbed like a piece of foam or some shit, and then I like wrapped it around the battery. I don't know if that's fucking gonna make it blow up or something, but yeah, that's helped with like the rattle and stuff, because the small battery was like loose. Something to mention is that on the Zero Xsoft, I think this happened on one day, it spun out, the mouse sensor spun out twice, and because of that I was like, what the fuck? I think I was on low liftoff distance. I wanted to see if I could recreate that, you know, because like, well, first of all, twice like in one day is like kind of something, but you know, I had to see if it was something that persisted, and I tested it for like a day or two more, and it didn't happen. So I don't know if that's actually a problem, or my pad was just dirty, or I don't know if it would be a problem with like high liftoff distance or whatever. But yeah, that's just something to note. Another thing is that straight out the box, I tried putting on these because okay, like the box that it comes in, at least for the pre-order, comes with a ton of shit. Like it comes with like the replacement smaller battery. It comes with grips, like a lot of grips, like regular grips, and then kind of like dot kind of grips, so you can put it like just where your contact points are. Has like a little brush. I don't know, it just has a bunch of fucking shit. And so what I wanted to mention is I tried putting on the dot grips, and the mouse is like so delicate that when I wanted to move the placement of the dot to like what I perceived to be like a better, you know, contact point or whatever, it made like the mouse too kind of like it like kind of, it didn't rip off, but it like went up like a little bit, like let's see, like I'm not gonna recreate it, but yeah, it was it almost came off. Oh yeah, and the biggest annoying thing about this motherfucker is like the side play or whatever you call it, like on the mouse one and mouse 2. Like watch this, like fuck. I don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, it's just like annoying, and that's part of why, like, I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to like fingertip grip or whatever. Like I just grip it however I want. And yeah, that's like annoying. Like it makes me not want to like put any like pressure on these two fingers, because it's just moves side to side and it's annoying. Another thing is that with the design of the front or whatever, when you press down, okay, my mouse just died, whatever. When you press down, you can press down enough to where if you look at the click, when you press down, it sinks beneath the side. I'm so bad at this. It sinks beneath the side. So like if you press all the way down, like it can be kind of annoying, like especially if you put your finger all the way on the side, because you can't go all the way down. It just kind of like gets caught on the side of the mouse. So it's kind of hard to show that, but yeah. In terms of the side button placement, I'd say it's like decent, I guess. The front side button is kind of like right behind my thumb, which is okay, but the other one in back is kind of a bit too far back, and I'm not someone who like grips the mouse like all the way from back, which would make it kind of okay. So it's kind of like a bit cumbersome to use. Yeah, depending on how you like where you place your fingers and stuff, it could be a little hard to get to the scroll wheel, but I think I found it okay to operate it. It's just been like, I just had to get used to it. Another thing, okay, one of the last things I wanted to mention, the battery and everything was all cool, just like I said, up until yesterday, where, okay, from the get-go, the software where it shows you like the battery life and stuff, it was kind of glitched. Like the first time the mouse died on me, the software showed that it was basically around like 15 to 20% left. So it was inaccurate. And also what I'm having happen now is, like I said, the mouse would last around like at least like 8+ hours before I would have to charge it. But now it's not really lasting that long for some reason. Ever since yesterday, I would plug it in for like, let's say like 20 minutes. And then within like maybe an hour, it starts going red. And then it starts to like die on me. And that's what happened just now. Like I barely plugged it in like within the hour, and it just died on me. So I don't know if you can fix that with like fucking firmware, software, whatever the fuck, but it's like kind of fucked right now. I refuse to go back to this fucking Final mouse. I'm tired of using like gigantic fucking bricks. Like I said, I did like get it recalled or whatever, I ordered like a replacement. But I refuse to use anything else besides this until then. It seems like dick riding, but I haven't used anything as good as this before. I ordered a Raiden mid just because I think I have most of the artisan pads by now. For the past like few months, whatever, I've been on the 0x soft. Yeah, I wanted to just see like how it compares with like the ultra like slowness with this versus like the extreme fastness of the Raiden, which I think will be better, honestly. When I ordered the mouse, it was like kind of the process of getting it was annoying because like I ordered it within literal minutes of like the pre-order or whatever, and like I was still one of the first people to get it, but there were people that got it like I think maybe like a week or like half a week before I did or some shit. And I don't know, it was just like it felt insane to like wait for it. Like I was so impatient. And you know, it would have been fine if I had like a bunch of tracking info and stuff, but for the longest time they didn't give me shit. Like I got no like tracking, or like the tracking I got didn't show me anything. Like it didn't update or anything. So yeah, that was like really annoying. I don't think it's really Jewel's fault. I think it's just fucking China being stupid. Oh yeah, also I wanted to shout them out for how they handled the battery stuff. 2 mice like right away like exploding, first of all, isn't acceptable. Like I think I saw like at least a couple people in the Jewel's Discord that were like, bro, it's only 2 mice. Like this is what happens with lithium ion batteries or whatever the fuck. And it's like, dude, come on, like barely anyone has the mouse and two mice explode already. Like it's kind of like, you know, it like you need three instances to like to make a pattern or whatever based on fucking science. But guess what? Fuck science. No, 2 mice exploded. So yeah, props to Jewels for just like either refunding or just giving everyone replacement mice. That's just like a huge like show of like generosity and like class, I guess. I don't know. I think I'll leave it at that unless I remember something else to put. Feel free to like give feedback or whatever. I don't know why you would, but just give feedback. Yeah, keep in mind I don't really know shit about mice or anything really. I think I put it at 8K, or I think I put it at 4K, but I use like the Razer like polling tracker, whatever the fuck. And I don't think it ever got to 4K. I think it got to maybe like 3800 or some shit, but I don't really care. For me, it's more about the shape, and it's basically 4 fucking K, so I don't give a shit. Yeah, if you watched, thanks for watching. Comment constructive criticism or whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Thanks for watching. I can't even. Okay, my battery is starting to move right now. That's really cringe and annoying me. And also, I can't even end this recording because my mouse fucking died for no reason. Stop dying on me, man. Whatever, I'm gonna end it. Dude, yesterday I was playing Overwatch with my friend, and my mouse kept dying on me, and so I had to play like backwards. I had to play like with my mouse behind me, like because my computer is like behind me to my left, so that's where my dongle is. So that's where I had to like plug in my mouse, and I was just playing backwards, like with my like keyboard like here, and then my mouse behind me, like trying to track and shit. It was fucking gnarly. I'll just end the shit here. Thanks for watching, and